Mr. Ambassador, China and South Africa are marking 25 years of their diplomatic relations this year. What do you think of the progress that's been made? And then also looking forward, what do you expect for ties?
Once you've got a good political foundation, the other tracks, whether it's the economy or people-to-people exchanges, then it's easy to execute. It's easy for us as a representative to actually reach consensus easily. 25 years ago, the trade between our two nations was $1.4 billion. 25 years later, it's $56.7 billion. That's a massive increase in terms of bilateral trade between the two countries. We've got a large number of big South African corporations who are investing in this economy in China. They range from petrochemicals, from banking system and financial. So now we're seeing even more cooperation on the health sector. The private companies who are dealing with the health sector, they are cooperating with Chinese. More than 180 big Chinese companies who are investing in South Africa heavily from different sectors, like I said, from banks, from manufacturing, from mining, and technology, and so on. The relationship has been beneficial because when the economy grows, it means there's direct benefits to our people, get employed, get incomes, and so on. We can foresee that this relationship is going to go from strength to strength. President Ramaphosa said he'll encourage South African companies to continue to invest in China, but to also welcome Chinese companies.
Well, South Africa has a very important role ahead, and that is to host the BRICS Summit. The theme that's been chosen is BRICS and Africa, Partnership for Mutually Accelerated Growth, Sustainable Development, and Inclusive Multilateralism. Mr. Ambassador, what is South Africa's vision for BRICS and also for its role in the organization?
As you see, the theme we've chosen is an appealing theme. Let's look at key things which we can do as developing countries. When you say partnership, I like to stress BRICS is a partnership. It's not a bloc. We're not competing with any other blocs. We're a partnership for development. We're a partnership for inclusive multilateralism. The first thing that we agreed with our BRICS partners for this year's theme, that let's prioritize what you call just energy transition. We're developing countries, we're still using quite a lot of fossil fuels, but we're quickly transforming this by adding renewable energies. But how do we do that in a manner that doesn't compromise your own people and transform their skills so they can adapt to new technologies? We're sharing those skills. We're saying we must help the world to recover from the pandemic. We're saying let's talk peace and multilateralism. Let's reform the UN's global governance system, including UN, to be inclusive, and even pushing the issue of the role of women, particularly in peace processes. We believe if we can involve more women in peace processes, our peace processes will be more stable in the current system. So those are good things which we are saying for the BRICS partners moving forward. That's why there's so much interest of people who want to join the BRICS because of direct benefits of BRICS.
How can the two countries specifically work together within multilateral international frameworks to help to solve some of the challenges that the world faces today?
We are cooperating, for instance, at the BRICS level. We are cooperating and sharing similar views at the G20 level, at the United Nations level. We support each other on most of the crucial decisions which need to be taken in this platform. We share the same concerns whether you're talking about climate change. As developing countries, we're expecting help, which was promised by some of the industrialized countries. It's not coming so easy, but we're busy talking to them because we realize climate change is important for everyone. And that's why, for instance, people were criticizing, why are you forming the BRICS Bank or New Development Bank? It's helped us because there were things which we couldn't get easily in terms of our own developmental aspiration. We've agreed that we will meet also another meeting with the African leaders, looking what can we do jointly, South Africa and China, to deal with some of the critical challenges besides the FOCAC mechanism, which we cooperate very well.
South Africa was one of the first countries to sign up to the BRI Memorandum of Understanding. So what would you say are some of the most consequential benefits?
If you look at the African infrastructure, which is very critical for intra-Africa trade and this free trade area, China has been playing a leading role. You can talk of the ports in Tanzania, the port in Nigeria. You can mention any country. The railway link between Mombasa and Nairobi, the railway link between Ethiopia, Addis, and Djibouti, cutting the length of travel to the south. Ethiopia was engaged in terms of export and imports. But the significant contribution now is coming through, naturally, through the corporations from China. These companies were investing in our key economic infrastructure. Let me start with digital infrastructure. Chinese companies and technologies, they constitute not only in Africa, but in South Africa. They are the major supplier of these key technologies for 5G. Now we're facing some energy shortfall. The Chinese companies voluntarily came to participate, some of them online, but most of them went to Johannesburg and Sandton to brainstorm with us. How can we come out of this as quick as possible, because it's got negative impact on our economy. The new Minister of Electricity visited here in China, Beijing, other cities, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Shanghai, to interact with this company in detail to see their technologies, whether they work. That just shows this good working relationship because of this Belt and Road Initiative and its impact, which can be seen because all these things are measurable.